Yeah, so this week was a very eventful week. Geez, a lot of stuff happened this week. Tuesday was President Donald Trump's State of the Union address, and a lot of stuff happened. Mainly, Trump basically was just telling Americans that he's doing a good job, which basically he is, right?
I thought it was interesting that he had a lot of like the special guests be directly associated with the points he was making, kind of deal with problems like, oh, this person is a victim of this and this, and I'm gonna fix that kind of deal. I mean, yeah, it was clearly more geared towards re-election, State of the Union, trying to.
Oh yeah, he got a lot of flack though for giving that radio host. Jeez, I forget his name now.
Rush Limbaugh. Yeah.
Rush Limbaugh.
He totally deserved it, though. I mean, the guy's dying of cancer, and he's been really influential. I don't see why he doesn't deserve it.
No, definitely.
I mean, people would be against it that don't like him, but those people probably also don't like Donald Trump, so who even cares?
He definitely deserved it, and I'm glad he got it. He was I don't think he expected he was going to get it. He was very crying of tears of joy.
Yeah,
because that's the
it was beautiful
biggest
to watch.
Award. It was, because that's the biggest award that any citizen can get. That's not a part of the government or anything.
Yeah.
So that was definitely pretty an emotional moment. But yeah, and then that there was some veterans. So this young kid hasn't seen his father in months, like over a year. He was in I think it was Afghanistan or something, and they made it so he could come home, and they actually he saw his young son during the State of the Union address. Like he was on TV, and I thought that was beautiful too.
I mean, honestly, that's a cheap move. I'm going to take an unpopular opinion on this one, just because to make the podcast more interesting. It was a cheap move by Donald Trump. That's like pulling out puppies,
Yeah, but
Isaac's hot takes.
That wouldn't change my mind though on if he's going to be a good president, because anyone could pull a few strings. But Obama could have pulled a few strings. He could have just made some phone calls and had him on the next plane home. That's not going to change.
When Obama was president, maybe.
Oh yeah, when Obama. That's what I'm saying. Any president could have done that. So that doesn't make or break their campaign. I just thought it was a beautiful thing, because if you have the power to do some things like that, then if I was president, I would definitely be doing things like that every now and then, because it's beautiful to watch. And I
mean, sure, and I guess it would make you feel like a good person, and that's always cool.
Yes, but then we got to get to the juice of the story, where the end of it, Trump
rips up the
Nancy Pelosi, man. So
the entire time, did you notice? She would refuse to look at Donald Trump. She was just kind of staring off over at the liberals on the right side of the place.
She was mocking
I guess right side
him.
of the camera was looking at the crowd.
She was mocking him a few times. And, anyways, she ripped up the paper. And it went viral on Twitter and Facebook. And I read somewhere in the ballpark of 1 to 4 million phone calls were placed to her office in California by angered U.S. citizens. And her voicemail, and I even called, my parents were calling a couple times, because they, you're a citizen. This person is a Speaker of the House, and she's disrespecting the president
and
during the most important address.
Yeah.
4 million calls is a lot of calls. So the following morning, she had a press conference.
Thank you for waiting. Your call is not important to us.
Basically.
Right, it's like 4 million nothings because nobody got it.
Oh, yeah. They left voicemails. They were listening to them, I guess, because the next morning, before the impeachment hearings on Wednesday, Nancy Pelosi had a press conference, and she addressed it. But she said the reason she ripped up her paper was basically because the State of the Union is, they're asking Congress to approve. The president's asking Congress to approve, like budgets or whatever. that's kind of part of it. And she basically ripped up the paper because she thought at the time that he wasn't going to be the president. So why the hell do I need to keep this paper? And well,
That's so strange.
That next day,
Right.
he's still our president. So, but
Yeah, no, I find it funny that anyone even thought that he was going to get impeached right from the start. I didn't really care because I knew it was just going to hit the Senate and they were going to vote no on it.
well, not exactly. It was very close.
It was not close.
The second
It
one
needs
was the first one.
2/3. It doesn't need half.
The second one was about 5 votes. If they had 6 more Democrat votes, he would have been impeached on that article.
No, because it's 2/3.
Well, okay. Well, anyway.
It's not half. It's 2/3. So you need 2/3 vote.
Well, a few Republicans were being heroes, Mitt Romney, and voted to impeach the president. But I watched it live because, you live through something like that. There's only been like 3 impeachments in history, and that's kind of a big deal. So I watched it on YouTube, and I think I did. Brody, did you watch it? I linked it to you.
No, I watched like 2 minutes and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of it was just really boring. I mean, none of it really... There wasn't a whole lot of much going on. It was just kind of...
Yeah, oh yeah.
Whatever.
It's just, Senate stuff. Like, we're voting on this, and you know what I mean? So very simple stuff. But I thought it was an interesting thing to watch because, you only see things like that every now and then. So very rare.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he didn't. He's the first president that was impeached, but either didn't resign or wasn't actually impeached from office. Because Richard Nixon resigned. Bill Clinton was removed from office. And Trump wasn't removed from office, which he's the first president in that case. But
I mean, hey.
Yeah, he's making history. But
Good thing, too.
But here, I mean, literally the day after, the Democrats weren't happy. Obviously, they weren't happy. So now they're trying to get him for other things.
Oh, really?
But, yeah, they still.
Well, they need to be able to tell,
yeah,
their sheeple that it's okay. He's going away. You did wrong things. We promise.
Yeah. But this is just basically guaranteed his re-election,